So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I have to accept this. All right, got it.
You have to accept it.
It said,
Here we go.
It's going live. Yeah. Oh,
He is live.
I don't see you anymore.
Oh. Oh no.
The host is gone. Here we are.
Oh, and we're echoing too.
Okay.
So how is this happening? Oh, hang on, people. Hang on. Ah, jeez. Technology driving me nuts.
Do your little video thing in the oops.
Okay. How come?
It's so funny. I'm sorry.
You're laughing at me. Don't laugh.
I'm laughing with you.
Oh, with me.
Yes.
With me. I don't even see this on my channel. I know we're live because people are on the chat. Oh God, help me.
Yes, but it's just me.
It's just you. How is that possible?
Need to maybe in the view. Oh, there you are. Whatever you just did was perfect. Yay.
Oh, really?
You're there.
Okay. I don't know what I did.
Well, you did it and you were marvelous at it.
Awesome. I cannot see the chat though. So.
Okay, I can on my other computer.
Okay. Well, you're in charge of chat then.
All right.
I can't. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let me see if I can go back to Zoom. Done. Redirect. I hope I don't. I can't see you, but hopefully I am not going to delete us.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you, Catherine.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. Hey, I see the chat. I see you.
Wow. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
You did it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am hearing an echo still, but hang on. What am I listening to?
I don't hear an echo. Are you hearing an echo with me? Is that where it is?
Yeah, I'm hearing. Hang on. I think I have.
You just took yourself out again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh boy.
Background play is on. I don't want it on. Ah, dang it.
Well, you're fixing that. I'll grab this other clip-on mic, see if that might make a difference.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Danny's sorry. He's so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
He's so sorry. I don't know if it'll.
I think I got it.
Change this. Oops.
I think I got it.
Oh, good.
I did. I fixed it on me. Woohoo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, everybody. Hey, Linda. Angel Star. Hey, Christina. Welcome, you guys. And Renee. Hello, Renee. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And I can see you.
Oh my gosh.
We can hear you and see you.
Awesome. So how are you, Lori?
What?
How are you?
I'm doing really great now.
Yeah. I had just a technology day from hell this morning. I had all this set up and then it just kind of fell apart, and anyway, but it's all good.
It's come all together.
It's all good. I'm here with the TWOPC. The way of positive change. So I was kind of in a negative change with YouTube, but now I've moved into the positive change. And I got to tell you, it's really easy. You just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you're in Florida. I'm in California.
Those
Your
are
governor.
those are two true statements.
It is. Your governor's a knucklehead. My governor's being recalled, and he's a knucklehead. But he's a Democratic knucklehead, so it's probably a little better. But he married that Kimberly Guilfoyle person. How can that be? What happened? But anyway, I don't want to. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she got trumped. Anyway, I don't want to go there because that's too big of a mess. Too big of a mess. But let's do some let's do some questions. And I guess the big one would be, this 1/6 commission, right? It's watching part of it yesterday. I was just blown away. On two different fronts. One of them was that there was no Republicans screaming and yelling and trying to make an S show out of it. But the two Republicans that were there were, it was so heartfelt that we need to save our democracy. And that was just such a, I don't want to say a joy, but it was a joy to see that there wasn't just all this bickering and fighting going on, even though it was probably, one of the worst things that I had to sit through and watch again. It was so sad. So my question is, one of them, because we have a lot of them. Are more Republicans, after they saw what had happened there, are more Republicans gonna join the what's that guy's name? That Kissinger and I butchered his name, and Cheney side.
Yeah, Kinzinger.
Yeah. And you had a question too about was it Mo? What did you have a question on? Mo Brooks?
I had a question about the Jake Ellzey win, the U.S. House seat in Texas.
Right. Okay, we'll get to that after this. Yeah, because that ties right in, and you can talk about that. So let's just do a quick 411 on the other Republicans, not the crazy ones. I'm hearing in my head, and I'm hearing from the chat, they're all crazy. No, they're not all crazy. They sure seem like it, but so will more moderate Republicans start speaking up? More moderate Republicans start speaking up.
I don't know how they couldn't after hearing the testimony. And I so deeply felt and was moved and brought to tears when those policemen had to watch their own body cams of what happened.
Yeah. I know. And time wounds all heals, and we kind of let that go, and we're like, okay, it's all good. So it's not all good, and we have to be reminded of just the brutality of it. And well, not me, probably not you, probably not people in the chat, but these, anyway. Okay, what will more Republicans jump on board and see this as it was? Oh my gosh.
What do you have?
Wow. Well, so I pulled 6. The first card I got was the King of Cups, Joe Biden card.
Right.
So are more Republicans going to jump on board? I think Joe Biden is probably going to have a little say about it. However, they are in this one, they're reviewing with the 7 of Pentacles, they're reviewing, what went on, and they're seeing all these pentacles are black except one. So they're seeing the destruction that happened. At the base of it, it's all about the steal, which, they're stealing democracy. In the past is the hard work. And it's interesting that I have this card and the 7 of Pentacles kind of right next to each other, that all the hard work that just got destroyed by that one day, there's still a lot of shadow information that's coming out, still a lot of crazy people. And then in the potential near future, I have the Emperor. And I'm feeling that Emperor card, I'm going to pull some clarifiers on that, though. It's not Russia or anything like that, although it could be still playing in this, still playing a role in January 6th and keeping the Republicans from joining in. But I just feel like it's more of a positive sign that we will get more people. Let me just pull 3 clarifiers on it. Oh, well, maybe not. I did get truth is coming fast. We do have the Lovers card with the 2 of Cups. Well, not the Lovers, but it's the 2 of Cups, which is similar to the Lovers. Kind of, they're making a little pact. And then I got dark information, secrets. So I think that they're still being controlled by the Emperor. And so I'm not seeing a lot coming out at this time. I still feel in my heart of hearts that they are going to change their mind as this goes on. At least I'm hoping, but at this point, I'm not seeing it. What do you get?
You're right. I think that as time goes on, they will change, because I think there's several things that are going to happen to facilitate that, or to bring that about. They're really very much concerned about their money, but this means there are a couple that are starting to waffle, that really do like policemen, and they're going to say that they believe that the Capitol Police or all policemen are armed forces or police or whatever, DC, all of them. We need to help them. However, they are still under the mighty club, and they won't admit to some of this in public. So it may be a very strategic things that they say, but the answer is yes. That they'll, when faced with some other of the bad people or the Trumpian people, they will probably say, no, that's not what I meant. But I do see there will be maybe 2. Let's go with 2. We got 2. I think
maybe
it really
2.
touched their emotions.
Isn't that sad? Maybe 2.
Well, there's only 2 on the panel. If we got 2 more, we'd have 4.
You got to start somewhere.
You do. It's a gradient start, but it's a start.
I know. And I'm trying to think of that as the glass half full, and just having a hard time thinking that all the just 2 Republicans is it's just so sad. it's
could
so
be
sad.
three. They're just not going to, they don't want to admit
Yeah.
it like in public.
Right. Right. And we both got the Seven of Swords
We did.
with that, and that's, sneaking in and stealing something. And so it may not be the steal, but it's them. It could be them going into the Republican camp and going, I'm leaving with some swords and I'm going to join the Democrats. So, it's not so much the Democrats, it's just the truth. Just going to show the truth.
Yeah. And I like it in the Rider-Waite deck because I call this guy the carny, because in the background are these tents with the so it's a circus, the Trump circus,
right?
The Republicans.
Yeah. Trump circus. Ay.
Money, they're completely driven by the money, but there are some who favor the police and had their heartstrings pulled by the testimony.
Yeah. Well, they keep saying that they're the party of law and order. And then how can they do that? How can they be the party of law and order when they outwardly say that, some of these people aren't telling the truth? How can they not be moved by that? Anyway.
We can't understand it because we aren't them.
Yeah, we're not them. And I really think that it's that it's the dark money that comes into their campaigns that are funding them. I get this feeling that they've just been bought, and now they can't, and maybe now they want to get out, but they can't because they're too caught up in it. And where this dark money come from, I don't know. Is it all Russian money? I don't think so.
A lot of it.
But I didn't
probably
know Russia
not all.
had that much money.
Well, the oligarchs, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That was a good question.
How much would you accept to sell your soul?
I can't.
Give you $1 million. I'll give you $1 million.
What? That's chump change. I already have that in my left pocket.
Oh gosh.
There's some positive speaking for you.
It's all that positive change that you have in there.
It's that positive affirmation thing going on.
Yeah. All right. So do we want to talk about your question about the Texas? You explain it because you.
Okay. So Jake Elzy is a Republican, and he was running against Susan Wright, whose husband had the Republican seat, North Texan U.S. House seat, and he died of complications he had some lung cancer and of the crown bug. So she ran, and she's a Republican, and Trump backed her and did robocalls and really threw some CPAC money behind her. And this Jake Elzy, who branded himself a Reagan Republican, not a Trump Republican, but a Reagan Republican, he won. So he beat the Trump supported candidate. So I want to know, are we all of a sudden going to see more of these Republicans running in the 2022 midterms if they're going to also take that branding of the Reagan Republican?
Yeah. Right.
That's what I want to see.
Okay.
Because now they know the dam has broken. Now they know they can use it and they can win.
Right.
And it happened in Texas, and everything is bigger in Texas.
And that's coming from someone in Florida.
It is. I go to Texas quite often, though.
I see Medium Kim is in our chat. Hi, Medium Kim. She's in Texas.
She was just in the UK, I think, right?
Medium Kim. No, that's different Kim.
Oh,
That's Intuitive Kim.
yes. Okay, that's what I thought. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Medium Kim.
Oh, she's lovely.
We'll have to do that.
She is great. All right. Here we go.
Well,
What's this? More Reagan Republicans winning in the coming out and winning.
They use that grant.
Wow.
Go for it. Tell me what you got.
Wow. Well, now I'm not a big fan of Reaganomics, Reagan.
What?
But I'm more of a fan of that than I am of the last 4 years or the last administration. So are Reagan Republicans, and maybe I'm thinking more, hang on, dropped a card, more middle of the road, let's say, Republicans, because that's kind of what I was thinking with that. And at the center of the reading, I got the Two of Cups, which is a yes card. Yet they're coming together and they're going to win because they saw this crazy, harsh truth from this commission. And they're reliving that and they've seen that and they really, really don't like it. At the bottom of the deck, I got the Lovers. So I'm like, well, yeah, they're coming together and forming something. Maybe it's like the Evan McMullen guy. In the past is a hard choice that they had to make. What is it? Is it, do we stick with the T Republicans or do we go with the R Republicans? I don't even want to say his name. At the top of the reading is Justice, and in the potential near future is Judgment. So to me, this is saying, yeah, there are going to be more, and they are going to be winning their seats. Now, the next question that we should ask is that going to be enough? I just think that they're going to oust the T Republicans. I don't know if they're actually going to win their seat. You know, maybe we should ask at this point in time, are Democrats going to win more seats than the Republicans in the midterms? But after you get this.
Okay, so will that prove to be a winning strategy for them?
Right.
Because they're taking this one and they're going to take it all the way to the bank. They've seen it. They are so happy. And we're going to see this. They're going to start spewing this stuff out every time they get a chance to speak. It's a huge opportunity.
Right.
And it will be big with funding. They all want on the boat. They're headed in this other direction. They're out of the Trump troubled waters over here.
Yes. Yes.
And they're going for the money. And they think it can help them beat, you know who?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
And destroy the Biden camp. That's what they think. They really feel that we're going to hear a lot more of it.
Right. And I mean, that's the cards that I got too. Only, well, not all of them, but I love leaving the Trump troubled waters because, we just need to have like some kind of not crazy party. I mean, just a little bit of a balance. I mean, we can disagree, but just this craziness that makes no sense at all. So I'm in agreement that though the Reagan Republicans are going to win over the Trump Republicans. Are they even Republicans? But anyway, let's see if they're going to let's just look at the midterms as far as Dems and Republicans, and if we keep Congress, both sides.
Okay, see if the Dems hold on to control of the House and the Senate, or will the
House and the
Republicans, with
Senate.
that momentum and the engine, the steam of that engine, will that be enough to sail them through, to take them back, or do the Dems? So the question is, will the Dems keep the House and the Senate, right?
Yes. And let's see if we can get an idea of, if we'll gain more seats.
Okay. Dems.
And I just heard not the way we did it in 2016. We got to get out there and vote. And with all of these restrictions that they're putting on there, I'm again seeing just huge long lines of people coming out to vote. All right, go ahead.
They're really going to aim at getting the younger people's vote. And they're going to put a lot of work to this, but to win or to remain the winner of the House and the Senate, that's going to be a lot of work. And it's really trying on their patience. It's filled with anxiety, and they're going to get stabbed in the back, and they'll have all kinds of terrible things said about them, but they'll get together. There will be some legal action. And so to make sure that the voting, they're going to get hopping mad. The Dems are going to be very forceful. They need to be. They're too soft lots of times. And then I get the two swords of justice.
Yeah.
So that's a victory. Spearing the crown, a victory after all of the blood, sweat, and tears.
Right. I'll go with that.
Okay.
So I got the same, pretty much the same thing. I got the chariot. We're moving forward. We're going in the right direction with it. There is still some planning. They still have some thinking to do to make sure that they're still on the right track. So they're still planning and figuring out the best strategy. At the base of the reading is riding in as a winner. In the past, moving away from troubled waters. But there is some restriction with this Nine of Swords. There is this, 8. There is this, it's just like, oh, what do we do? So that fighting is still going on. It's not going to be just a slam dunk. But my final card is the Hierophant. And that is saying that, yes, the only difficult card was this one. So, yes, we are going to be in control and collect more seats so that our government can actually function versus not.
That would be great. There were a lot of swords there.
Yeah.
A lot of swords. I'm happy to see they'll rise to the challenge. It'll be a lot of really hard work, but I feel very, victory after strife is the outcome card. So I feel we'll spear the crown.
Right.
Woohoo!
All right. Let's see what else. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at looking at the chat. I apologize to you guys for not paying attention.
You're doing great.
I don't do lives very very often. My brain can't handle it. I only got two eyes. I'm looking at you, and then I'd have to like be cross-eyed to look over at the chat.
Oh, that's funny. You could do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
You make it so seamless.
I haven't done the live on Zoom. I have not initiated that. I've done StreamYard, but not Zoom. So give yourself some big kudos, You accomplished a lot today.
Yeah, well, StreamYard just didn't work on my Apple products for some reason. It just it was just not good. It would kick me out. It would freeze. It was a mess.
Yeah, you have to be in Google in Chrome to use StreamYard.
Well, yeah, and I was.
But it still didn't like it.
No, and I was talking. I kept talking to tech support. And then they finally admitted, they don't like Apple products. But they were really good. They gave me my money back. They gave me a credit. So I don't have anything bad to say about them. I just wish they would have let me know in advance. And I would really like if they fixed it, because I'd go back. But because StreamYard was super easy. Super easy. All right, what else are we going to read on?
I had the question of if the airlines will, now that they got, Biden helped them with the PPE money and they've been bailed out and they're back up and flying, will he sort of suggest to the airlines that they only fly people with vaccine passports? Will you be required to have a vaccine passport to fly?
From the government. So the government mandates the airlines, not the airlines.
Or we can just see if they'll do it, if the airlines will put that rule in place.
Right.
Will they implement a rule that you can only board if you're vaccinated and have your passport?
Yeah. We were talking about that yesterday, where, once you're flying, it seems, the air circulates, I think, pretty well. I think they can make that happen. But when you're sitting on the tarmac, waiting, that air is not circulating at all. You're not getting any fresh air in. It's just recirculating. And I don't know.
And that's scary.
Scary. I'm still not ready. I'm ready to fly, but I'm not ready to fly. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. And do the airlines, do they not? Isn't that a requirement that you have to have a mask on? Aren't people fighting over that though?
I think the masks are there. That mandate I think has always been there.
Okay, so are you just asking if there's going to be a rule made?
Yeah,
because if
they'll implement a mandate of you have to be vaccinated to fly.
Oh, have to be vaccinated to fly. Yeah. Okay, got it. Wow. I see yes.
You do?
Yeah. What do you see?
This is fraught with difficulty, strife, and competitive remarks, and people fighting over this. Instead of fighting over masks, they'll fight over this.
Sure, I see that.
They're afraid they might lose some of their donors. Some of the people who help them or funding. They are currently thinking about this right now.
Wow.
Trying to set a strategy. It's a lot of work, but this is sort of a yes for me.
Okay.
I don't know how long that will take. it's difficult because they're hitting all of these snags.
Yeah, sure.
And then it's so much work. It's the total of 10. We don't go to 11 wands, you know.
Yeah. Unless you're in Spinal Tap.
It's so it's a tremendous undertaking. What do you have?
Well, you know, my cards, there's no fighting. There's no retreat. It's like, let's just go. Let's just do this.
Okay.
So I know it's weird. I got the Lovers. I got the Fool. Just let's go. I got a little celebration happening. So the question was, are you going to be required to be vaccinated before you get on a plane? So that's all like, yay, 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 that's good. I got the Joe Biden card, so he's going to be involved with it. I got the Queen of Cups. So this queen is going to bring a woman's going to play a part in it and going to bring some information that is, and I also got the King of Wands. So the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands are bringing forth some kind of news. I don't know what's in that cup. I'm hoping it's not, you know, another variant or, you know, worse numbers or something. I don't see any of that in the cards, except this card, he's like kind of floating on fire. So that could be, you know, higher numbers or something. But yeah, my cards are saying yes, but without the fight. And I can't believe it would be without the fight though, you know?
Yeah.
So
I really think that they're definitely looking at it, thinking about it. How can we do it? Because actually, if you take a look at the United States, we're not even at complete 50% vaccinated, right?
yeah.
So that's
Right.
a lot of passengers they would lose. But if they get sued because they didn't and they allowed unvaccinated, so it's a conundrum.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. I when I had a boat, I would run people out on dive charters, and in California, you can at that time you could have medical marijuana, and so this guy came on my boat and he goes, you know, I had a zero policy because it's a federal law, zero policy. And the guy goes, no, you have to let me on. I have medical marijuana. It's my medicine. So I went up after this was over. I let him on, and I'm not opposed to medical marijuana at all. I'm not opposed to, I think drugs should be legalized, but another topic. But I went up the chain and I was talking to the commander of the Coast Guard of our area. And I go, what do I do about this? And he goes, well, you're in a pickle because you can be sued by the state of California for denying somebody their medicine. And the federal government, the Coast Guard, can confiscate your boat because you allowed somebody on your boat with an illegal substance. So it was like, well, what do I do? I mean, if I'm chartering a boat, what do I do with this? And he goes, I don't know. Don't get caught. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But isn't that weird?
That's really crazy. They get you, They can get you no matter what.
Right. So state law, federal law, which one, you know?
Right.
And
So
the federal law was, you know, you just lose your boat. Like state laws, you just get sued for millions of dollars and lose your boat. Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So you just
All
wouldn't
right.
be taking any of those passengers with medical.
Yeah, but I just said, don't tell me. I don't want to know. This is a no tolerance vessel per federal regulations. I don't want to hear about it. Don't ask me any questions about it.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. I just do this all the time. This is kind of what I've been doing for the last 4 years, just trying. All right. Where should we go next?
Did you have a question about Mo Brooks? You said Patricia had a question about Mo Brooks. Or?
Patricia did have a question about Mo Brooks. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hang on. Here it is. Okay. The DOJ said Mo Brooks is not sheltered from a lawsuit for his part in the January 6th speech he gave at the podium before the March on the Capitol. So will Mo Brooks, will he be charged with anything, sentenced?
Okay.
Mo Brooks, what is the story with Mo Brooks in his speech?
Will he be charged? Incitement.
My cards don't like to shuffle with Mo Brooks.
I can imagine it doesn't like that, and your guides don't like that energy at all.
Patricia broke my cards with her question.
Patricia,
you broke my cards. All right, here we go. Different deck. Not much better.
I'm going to have to listen to, perhaps I can get that up on YouTube. Not that I really want to listen to him, but I want to hear what he said exactly. Like if he actually incited them to go.
Yeah. You know, they're so slippery with their dialogue in their words. I want you to go peacefully, march peacefully with your AK-47s and your machetes. I got to get another deck. This is 2 decks that Patricia has broken.
Patricia's running up a bill.
She is. All right. So you know what this calls for? This calls for either the Halloween deck or the Deviant Tarot. So I think I'm using the Deviant Tarot.
Yeah, I like the artwork in that Deviant deck.
It is really cool. At first, it was kind of creepy to me, and some of them still are. I go, ooh, but it's kind of perfect for today's times.
Yeah.
And the book the big book is amazing. It's really cool. Yeah, Deviant Tarot does like Mo Brooks. So I don't know what to say about that.
It has different energy. It can handle it.
Yes, it can handle it. All right, what do you got?
I get a lot of nebulous soup and Neptunian, the 7 of Cups. They're going to say, you really, what did he say? They're going to try to, what did he say? Did he say this? Did he infer this? Did he mean that? I do feel that he is going to get into trouble. And he could have to pay a fine. But I don't think that's the thing that completely takes him down.
Yeah.
What do you have? What do the deviants say?
The deviants. This is, I got to remember what this card is. It's the 13, but it doesn't have a name on it. So I'm going to have to, if I can pull up the book. I pulled this last night and I have to remember, but maybe not. So I got the Knight of Pentacles. So with Mo Brooks, it's all about money for him. and he's got his little carriage that he's wheeling around, and he's, it's just all about money for him, and it's being crossed by the world. So he's getting money from the world that's coming in. He's got a handshake here. This is the Four of Wands, but when I look at this card, it's this partnership here that is really kind of at the base of everything. So he's got some kind of partnership going. It's just a show. That's all he's doing with this Six of Cups. It's just a show for him. And someone is going to squash him.
What is that? Is that the devil card? Or no? What is it?
No. I dang it, I forgot. Now I wish here it is. Here it is. Hang on. I will find it again for you, because it's not the devil card.
Okay.
It's the death card.
Okay. Oh, that's
the death
13. Duh. 13. Yeah.
13. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's right. So I think that something is going to happen to him, but he's going to get out of it because of money. He's got something that Queen of Pentacles is telling me that he's going to someone's money is going to be involved in getting him not arrested, not tried, but this death card is at the top is intriguing to me, because it's like, is that him? Well, thank you, Prairie Griffin. Thank you.
Thank you,
So
Mr. Yeah, I should have known when you said 13. I didn't register. I was just trying to figure out the artwork. But that was a skeleton head on that horse, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And a skeleton head on the bottom, on the little these cards are so creepy. So the death, it's all about this.
A couple of times.
Oh my gosh. So I'm not getting a real clear answer on this death, but it is about the steel. He does have money all wrapped up. So it's his ties with his money thing. And then you got the fountain card, which is, if you stay in the center, this from my interpretation of that, if you stay in the center, you're good. If you go on the edges, you're bad. So I think that he's off on the edges, that this death card is either going to cost him a whole bunch of money, but I don't see jail or anything like that for him.
Me either. But perhaps it signals the end of his career as well.
Yeah. Right. But he has something ending right at the top of the spread. So
good. I hope a lot of things end for him.
Yeah.
He's a mess. He's a hot mess. He is awful.
Oh, I know. There's so many. So I'm going to keep the deviant deck out, because we're going to talk about Jim Jordan.
Yeah,
it's always the party here on my channel. Mo Brooks, Jim Jordan.
If he would just wear a different colored shirt one time. I know. But I think we were talking before we pushed go live about how wonderful it is, or maybe it was, how wonderful it is that, we don't have these crazy Republicans yelling during the commission. But he was on Fox News,
And last night he said that he talked to President Trump on January 6th. And I think that's the first time he said that. He kept trying to deflect the question. He wouldn't answer. And I just read it on a headline, so I may have the things wrong on it. But let's see, let's just do a 411 on him for the next couple of months. See where he's going. Lisa, nasty woman. Nasty woman's in the house.
I did see a clip of that. He did say that he is caught on tape saying that.
Yeah.
On video saying that. They don't say tape anymore, Dan.
They don't? He was on film? They don't say that either.
Okay.
I remember the first time that somebody told me, I did photography, and we were talking about, film speeds and all this stuff. And this one kid goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I've never, ever shot on film." He grew up on digital. And I'm just like, oh man, I'm getting old. All right. I'm trying to not to read on Jim Jordan.
The Deviant deck will do its job. I haven't.
It will.
I've only flipped through the pictures. I was actually in a mega sized metaphysical store. Mine wasn't anywhere near the size of this place, but it's called Elysian Fields in Sarasota. And I take my brother up there when we go to the beach and stuff. So we went in there, and I was flipping through the artwork and the cards inside that.
Yeah.
That's when I first saw them. I think it looks like he's going to get in trouble.
Really?
That one's really cool. Looks like he's dancing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm just pulling three. Want me to go? Since I already showed my first card.
Yes, that artwork was phenomenal. Oh.
So I have the Empress. This is going back to being tied to Russia. And the Devil.
He is dancing.
He is dancing. He's dancing with the Devil. And here I have the Four Wands again, but it's that same partnership that I keep seeing. And so he's got this partnership with the Devil, and that it's going to come out. This is what's going on with Jim Jordan in the next couple of months. That is going to be coming out.
Yep, I have the exact same meaning cards here. The exact. We couldn't have matched more perfectly. In first place, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is usually, 8 weeks, 2 months, and it's all about the deals that he made with money. And this is my Pootie card, my Russia card.
Yeah.
And the deals that he made. So I wonder if they discussed that when he talked to Trump, that this was all Pootie's plan. Like Pootie said, why don't you have a march on the plan this,
Yeah.
If you want to be like me, then you have to overthrow or something. So
Right.
I think he's in
Because
in troubled water.
Yeah. And do they have recordings of everybody's phone calls? Do you know? Does anybody know in the chat? I kind of feel like they do, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Probably stuck in the vault with all the other Jared Kushner files.
Yeah. And all those files, I mean, they take forever to come out, just because I think they want time to settle down. I mean, even the JFK files, we still don't have those just because our emotions are too sharp to deal with that information. I don't know, I mean, certainly today, if anything came out, the Republicans would just bat it down and say fake news, fake news, fake news. Nobody would look at it objectively. So you need to give it some time so people can breathe a little bit so we can look at it supposedly objectively. So will we ever even see that stuff? Probably not.
I think we could, yeah. There will be a lot of it that we won't see, but I feel that I also have this page of ones here and it was on its side. So it looks like some information that we really want to come out that has been struggling to bring the light to the situation ends up coming out. His deals will be known.
Yeah.
We need that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. And it's, it's just democracy needs it. We need to be transparent on that. We can't tout other nations to have, free elections if we don't have this truth coming out, and that we deal with it and we deal with it responsibly. So, all right.
Biden said to the Intelligence Committee yesterday that there's already evidence of Putin trying to intercede and make problems for the 2022 elections with cyber stuff. So he didn't have good things to say about that, and that we could have a big, severe problem with them coming down the pike.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel our cyber intelligence is ramping up a little bit. I think it was tapped down with Trump, but now it's kind of like, come on, guys, let's go. I think we need a lot more of these young guys out there, the TikTok people, getting in on their computers and saying, yeah, hey, let's help. Because they can do it. I couldn't. I can't even run Zoom.
You were in four Zoom hells this morning.
I was.
Four of them.
Four.
Not one hell, four.
All right. All right. What else should we read on? I want to ask you, how long have we been going?
An hour.
Wow. Time flies.
It does. It flies when you're having fun. And we had a little hiccup at the beginning, but we got through it.
We got it. We got through. Thank you all for sticking with us too. Hey, so the question I want to ask before we go, let's ask a couple more. Miss TWOPC, the way of positive change. So we're dealing with all of this negative energy, reliving January 6th, the cops telling their stories, watching the new footage, all that stuff. It's heart-wrenching. Listening to sound bites that we really don't want to listen to, that just come into our frame of reference, like the Mo Brooks, the Jim Jordans, the Carlson crap. How do we stay positive in all of that? And I wanted to pull some cards on it just to see what the cards say versus, because I know what I would say with it. What would you say before you read the cards on how to stay positive with all this?
I would remain in an attitude of gratitude for every politician who had the nerve or guts or the Liz Cheneys or Kinzinger to stand up and tell the truth. I'd give gratitude for them, because if you give gratitude, you get more. And then more to be grateful for. And then I would also remain optimistic and hold to the truth always wins, even in the movies.
Cool.
It's,
Cool.
truth
That's
is
great.
Truth wins, and it can be. They can try to drag you through the mud and muck and the troubled waters, but and that's why boats were made, Danny.
To put them on a boat and get them the hell out of here. I love the gratitude remark. That was, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more of grounding, getting out in nature. And if you're in an apartment building or whatever, just imagine nature, just imagine yourself going for a walk on the beach or whatever, or doing that, or by a river or whatever. But the gratitude, that's just so important. You know, when we're in troubled waters, just to remember all the little things that we are grateful for, even if we can't see it, even if we can't go to, I'm grateful to Liz Cheney, because it's, you know, maybe you can't, but just be grateful for any little thing that comes your way. And that starts that whole momentum of gratitude.
It does. Patricia sent you $20 for breaking your cards.
Thank you, Patricia.
Great sense of humor. That's awesome.
It wasn't you that broke them. I misspoke. It was Mo and Jim.
I think what you said about being in nature, I try to tell our guides and angels are always telling me to tell people that I'm reading for, get outside, get out of the four walls, because inside the vibration is so completely different, because everything outside is alive.
Yeah.
When you're outside, it's really difficult to feel down, because there's so many wondrous, there's butterflies and ants and crows, and everything's alive, and the trees, so it really helps. Being in nature is immensely helpful.
Right.
You spend too much time inside, you're not going to feel as well.
Right.
So the grounding is a great thing to remind people of.
And people, but there's some people that can't get out. And I get that, but you can go outside in your mind's eye, in your imagination, which I tell you what, I think about those Jim Cameron movies with Avatar and even The Abyss, which, you look down, you see those underwater angels that he had in The Abyss. Our imagination will create a crazy world, full of all sorts of, I kind of personally believe they're real, all these beautiful creatures that we're not looking at because we're in the real world, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah, there's a whole enchanted forest out there.
There is. All right.
You go.
All right. I just pulled 3. So how do we stay positive in this crazy, crazy time that we're in with all this negativity? First card I got was the Star of Hope. We are coming out of the darkness. Hang on to that ray of hope, that light. Don't get caught in the inky darkness of all this stuff. We have the Page of Wands. And I love this card because this page is so youthful and so exuberant, and it's with news, coming with news. And then we have a celebration with the 10 of Cups. And this is us being balanced, in light, climbing to the top of the podium, winning, and just knowing that we are going to succeed and thrive in this climate.
Those are some awesome cards.
I love them.
They're really awesome. Good thing.
These are the ones that Patricia broke. They're not broken at all. I'm going to give you your money back, Patricia.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm getting, make sure you get plenty of rest. Rest. And disengage from the drama. You know, totally disengage.
Absolutely.
You can't create with the magician and the wand if you're all tied up with the Kardashian drama. We can stay out of the drama and move forward and realize that we're in this season, we're in this timing, but all things change, and what goes around comes around, and a new phase starts, and justice will be, it will measure. The world has a way of balancing things out.
Yeah.
So remaining hopeful, knowing that this is coming. And I think this is another card, too, just, going out and celebrating, going to a neighboring town to see architecture or landscapes that you haven't seen in a while, just doing that car ride, getting out of your own backyard. Yeah.
And I love those cards because we do tend to get so caught up in this Kardashian drama, but it's a little bigger because it's our nation and it was so egregious. But it's still a little Kardashian drama that is playing out. The world is going to take care of it. Justice is going to happen for these guys. And we are going to move forward. We're going to be a better nation for it. And so at least I hope. But us worrying about it isn't going to help. We can write our congressman, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking about that today. That could help. We could write to sponsors of these people. That could help too. If we want to do some inspired action, but us worrying about it and listening back and forth, I don't think that helps. I think that just mires us in the muck more.
Yeah, I think watching it once is good, but not letting your vibration getting sucked into it. Just remaining that, balance is key. That's why it's got the scales of,
And it's so hard because I just want to I go, oh, I want to watch more of these idiots. And I go, no, turn it off. But I get sucked into it. They're good at what media is good at what they do, keeping you sucked into it. So
they're very good at it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You do need to get your news, but try to keep it balanced.
Yeah.
Go outside.
Right. Keep it balanced, like these two people, like your justice card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's terrific. That's a great message for them, for everyone, for all of us.
For all of us. Yeah. All right. Lori, thank you so much. This has been awesome.
All mine. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. Twofers on Wednesday. I was trying to do twofers on Tuesday, but it got pushed to Wednesday. So, all right.
It was so much fun. I'm so great. And you have wonderful people in the chat, a great family of your own there.
Thank you guys in the chat. I'm going to go back and look at you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, moderators, and the super chats for Danny. And thanks for watching and commenting. It means a lot to us.
It does. It really does. And like and subscribe to Lori's channel and to mine. It does help. It helps YouTube. I don't know how, but it does. Makes us feel good too. So
it really does.
There it is. All right, you guys. Thanks so much again. Bye-bye.
Much love.
Let's see if I can get out of here.